Hey, this is Michael from Viral Home-Based Pursuit, and in this video, I'm going to be going over storytelling and how storytelling can be used to sell without selling. How amazing would it feel to be able to, let's say, promote your offer and be able to make that sale and then look back on it and say, I didn't even have to sell this. It just basically sold itself. Wow. When I first got started, it wasn't always like that. But now that I've gone to this, it's really helped me um, stand out. It's really helped me make my business what it actually is today, and expand into more in other areas. And also, it's also helped me outside of business in my life, communicating and being able to tell stories in a way that are captivating, ways that it's going to attract and make a point. So there's going to be 3 tips here. And then I'm also going to be going into this thing called an epiphany. And I'm going to show you behind the scenes of what is the Epiphany Bridge script, who it was made from, taken to another level, and how it can actually help you sell more online without actually selling. So stick to the very end of this. I'm going to show you something, and you'll be able to get a free valuable resource that is capable of changing the course of not only yourself as a business owner in whatever business model that may be in, but it'll really help you in your life, your day-to-day interactions with family, friends, what it is you do for a profession if you do other things outside of the internet. And I've noticed myself, and I took, and I'm an introvert, ambivert, took communication classes in college to get better. But then when I learned about this way of storytelling, it just changed everything. So storytelling, number one tip you need with it is it needs to be captivating, right? Actually, we'll start off with number 1 being curiosity based. So I have other videos on like how to write good headlines, how to write good copy for your site, funnel, stuff like that. But when you're telling a story, you want to draw somebody in, right? You want somebody to say, whoa, wait a second. The first second they hear you, they're like, yeah, I'm going to continue listening to this. So it's got to be kind of curiosity based to bring somebody in. And then number 2 being captivating, right? Captivating is going to hold the attention of your reader, of your prospect, of your future customer. And so you want to be able to not only hit them with a good headline, like, if you're writing a blog post, or if you are telling a story about how you joined an opportunity, you're like, I remember when I was sitting down at my desktop, staring at the ceiling with my shoes on the ground, and just staring blankly, and then something hit me, right? That's kind of curiosity based. It's hooking your customer in, or your audience first, right? Audience first. And then now you're going to lead with more captivating material. You're going to get into like the meat of things, which I'll get into here. I'm also going to get into a share screen to show you what this script is about and how it can actually help you go to the next level. And it's something that I learned. Wish I would have learned that earlier, but not to bore you on that. Number 2, captivating. When you're telling this story, it's like, geez, it's like the story's flowing so well. And what you're doing is you're leading in somebody to your epiphany, right? You're not giving them the actual epiphany. You might tell them it, but before they even get there, you're like, they're having that same thought in their head. They're like, that makes sense. And of course, now I know why I need to buy that product. Oh, that opportunity, that makes sense before it's even been said. And then number 3, just being able to kind of cut down those false beliefs and those objections within the storyline. That's kind of probably the most important part. And it's kind of like the close in a sale in a way, but you want to be able to break down people's false beliefs about the things that they have, their objections that they're going to have within your storylines, right? So stories really help you take to the next level, whether you're selling something that's like a low ticket product or even high ticket stuff. There's scripts for that as well. But I want to turn your attention onto the share screen here. Now let me get into one of my articles that I put together, and I'll also link to it down below. Okay, so make sure that you check that out once you're done here. This is single-handedly the best thing that you're going to get out of your whole internet experience when you're making money online, affiliate marketing, e-commerce, whatever that may be. This is it right here. Okay, this is like the gold mine. So I put an article here for you on what is the Epiphany Bridge script, and it's done by Russell Brunson himself, who is the owner of ClickFunnels software. If you're not familiar with that, it's a landing page builder, a tool for sales funnels, for opt-ins, highly converting, squeeze pages, stuff like that, so you can communicate with your ideal prospect much more efficiently. And also leave videos for sales funnel stuff if you haven't learned about that. I'll leave it down below. We're all at different points, so that's something you can check out and know more about. So what is it? Okay, this is what we call the Epiphany Bridge script. This is what's going to tell your story without having to sell anybody. So I kind of go into it here. I break it down. Again, the article will be down below, but let me get into the meat of things. What is it specifically? So basically, people, and I explain it here with an image, people have wants and needs, but most people get it wrong, and they think they need to sell people what they need, not what they want. And so now they ramble on, and there's people rambling on about their product, telling them, oh, here's how to join this opportunity. Here's how to buy my CBD product. Here's how to buy my, whatever that product may be, or the service, whatever it is, or you're trying to get them to opt into something. You do not talk about the product itself. You do not want to go and ramble on about those things. What you want to do is you want to create an emotional feel with an epiphany. So people are waiting for that emotion from you in whatever it is, whatever niche you're in, right? And you're doing it ethically. You're not, doing this whole thing where it's a shenanigan thing. So you're bridging people. Basically, the image you're seeing here is bridging people from the emotion to the epiphany, which is in the middle, that they're going to have. They're going to have that epiphany. And then later on, they're going to justify what they bought or what they joined, what they did through logic, right? They might speak about it and try to clarify that with their family members, their spouse. I've seen it done in so many different ways. But we cut out the technobabble. You're probably geeking out on something that is like, all about it. Like for me, when I went to school, I was like, I love math. I'm like, and then I started doing chemistry. I started geeking out on that. I started telling people about how the molecules, the elemental state of this, the molecular state of this, and then thermochemical. I'm like, if you're speaking to somebody who doesn't know about that, don't speak to them that way. We make the mistake of doing it. So you want to speak to somebody at about a third grade level. Look at politicians. Sometimes they speak out in ways that they're like not giving you the vocabulary that they're not babbling about, but they're giving you at a third grade level the things. And what happens is when you go into this technobabble state, you want to start talking about, you want to build a kind of like bridge. It's what it's called, right? So you do, when you talk about ketones, for example, you're like, well, ketones are kind of like these little firefighters in your body trying to put out the fire in a house, and then you go on like that. And that's what kind of, that's what you do with the kind of like bridge. So I state the problem here where if you wouldn't have looked into the Epiphany Bridge script, it is not going to favor you. It's not going to help you, because 2020 moving forward, whatever year, while you're watching this video, stories are going to help you. They're going to help you brand yourself. And it's part of the unique selling proposition that you have that differentiates you. And it's really going to separate you away from what everybody else, all your competition is doing, and what everybody, basically what's going on in other places. So the solution here, so to make matters worse, I kind of talked about it. If you didn't have the Epiphany Bridge script, thousands of people who are coming to you, and you're just babbling on, and you don't have the right way of breaking these people's barriers, these false beliefs about what they have coming into it, what they can get afterwards, then you're going to miss out on a lot of people. And then they're going to go to your competition, and they're going to buy from them because they're more well prepared. And even if they're not, they're going to get tired of searching. So now by the third, fourth person, they're gone. And the solution to all of it, the Epiphany Bridge script, where you can sell without having to sell. It's like having and I describe it here, it's kind of like having a stealth aircraft flying underneath the radar undetected. It shows you how to use stories to sell your product or service or business opportunity so that you can crush it on your sales and make more money in your business. So going inside of it, it's used for anybody, right? I speak about that here. Key number one, when you tell your stories, you need to speak about it in a third grade level, as I kind of went over, kind of like bridge, more there you can look at. Key number two, how does it feel? Add emotions and feeling into it. I walked into the door, went to my room and slept, boom, and then did this. Oh, okay. And there's more examples in there. And then, here's a free Epiphany Bridge worksheet that you can grab so you can grow your business much faster. So I'll give that to you for free. You can check that out in here. You can grab that. And it'll go with you. So you can write it down. You can start putting your storylines together and start making sense of them. And there's more of them here. So the Hero's 2 Journeys is basically what it's called. People want to build, you need to become an attractive character, somebody who's gone through bad and then has come up, who's gone through conflict, who's gone through the desires themselves, who's fallen, who's come back up, who's going on the journey of transformation, who's already transformed, because people want to follow you. If you, for example, have dealt with back pain and you've gone to a point where you don't have pain anymore, people want to know how you got to that transformation. So you got to build the story maybe around the product that you're selling or what happened that made you change, okay? So there's more examples here you can go through. Put yourself as a victim. You were in jeopardy. You got to be likable, funny, be powerful. To go away from pain, to go towards pleasure. Those are the journeys you jump on. So why did you come? A lot of the times you got to ask yourself, why are you trying to become an affiliate? Why are you trying to do this online business? What are you trying to do? You're likely going away from the pain or you're going towards pleasure. So remember your why. That's a big why. And I have videos on that as well that I'll try to leave underneath here. The Epiphany Bridge script. So breaking it down. So we have, and this is probably not the best image to look at, but you have your backstory. What is the backstory that gives you a vested interest in your journey, your desires? What is it that you want to accomplish? Externally, what were you dealing with? Internally, what is the internal struggle you were dealing with? So the wall, what was the wall you hit in that current opportunity? In the Epiphany, you had that, you hit that wall and you're like, oh, this is where I knew I can go now. The plan that you put together, the conflict, and then you might go from conflict to plan to conflict, back and forth. The achievement, and then the transformation you made. So you got to tell this backstory in a way, like I said in the beginning, the 3 tips. 1, you got to be building curiosity. So you got to leave them kind of in a hook that draws them in. And then number 2, you're going to be captivating with the storyline. That's going to be educational, informational, helpful to them. And then 3, it's going to be breaking at the same time, it's going to be breaking those false beliefs. It's going to be breaking those objections that they're going to be having. And so how do you know to break those false objections? Well, you got to understand this, your dream customer. You got to understand who they are, what problems, what pain points, what results, what roadblocks they have, what results do they want. And then you can craft your stories around that. Backstory is there. What got you started on the journey that you're on right now? You got to go back to that time, your desires that you were struggling with externally. Money, I wanted to get money. Internally, I couldn't pay for rent. I was tired of having my spouse depending on my spouse. The wall. Oh, what happened? What hit you? Like when you were on this current opportunity. Well, Google shut me down. And you had to find a new way. You did research, and then a friend contacted you and they told you this is how to do it now with funnels or whatever. The plan, what was it that you planned to get back on track, to get more money, to do whatever, to get back on your health, wealth, relationship, the conflict that you had, and then you might come back to a plan again to set another one, conflict, and then you might go to the achievement. What did you get finally? And then the transformation, right? So you're breaking false beliefs. I talk about it in here, and I have examples from my own thing. And then how much does the Epiphany Bridge cost? It doesn't really cost anything to know what the Epiphany Bridge script is, because I just kind of gave it to you. But here's the thing. There's no such thing as free education, right? So at a point, you're going to want to invest some money in to be able to use that information for your opportunity, for what it is you're doing. So when I talk about cost here, there's a book that you can get for free that I'll also list below. And it'll also be in this article. You can go down to the very bottom and look through it. But it is, I think, what is it, $7.95 US? For you just pay the shipping. You just pay the shipping and handling. And it's basically you're getting it for free. They're paying, the cost of the book is about like $20. They're paying for it for you. $14.05 international. $14.05 international. So there's a book on this. There'll be more on it down below here, and I'll explain a little bit more in this. There's a video about me. What I liked about the Epiphany Bridge script, you can use it to sell anything and everything. It works for anybody. Most people think that a product will sell itself or the product is what people are really after, but you are wrong. It's the person. People buy from people, not the product itself. And really, you are the business. So you take your business, like especially in network marketing, in other models, even affiliate marketing, you take to another business, you're the actual business, not them, because that can go at any moment. People buy into you. So my business blew up when I understood this and when I started using it the correct way. Again, you can get the sheet here. Imagine what your life would be like in a month from today. Say you found your avatar and now you have your product and your service, your business opportunities. Here's where you are right now. You're talking about your product. You're telling them about how cool the features are, how it will help them make more money. You're saying anything you can about what you've geeked out on so hard. So the other person must understand what you are, must understand you, and of course will want to buy eventually, right? Imagine what your business would really be like if people were begging to take your money, to hear the right stories you have to share with them, and you're not wasting your, and I said this freaking time, and energy on people who could give a damn about your product or service business opportunity. You have unlimited sources of funding. You're keeping more money in your pockets, okay, than you're spending, and you can comfortably spend more than you are losing because you can communicate with your audience and future customers the right way. They end up loving you, build a relationship with you, always want to consume your content, wanting to hear from you in the next email, live, blog, YouTube video, wherever you pop up. You feel more relaxed and confident that your story will hit and people will follow you until the end, right? So now it is your turn. I'm going to turn this over to you. Go ahead and look through this article if you need to. My resources will be underneath. So I'll stop the share here. Sorry, I went pause for a second. But that'll be down below in the resources. You can look for the Epiphany Bridge script, storytelling, Epiphany Bridge script with Russell Brunson. That's what it is. You can get your free worksheet as well. And also get your free book. I mean, it's nothing, right? And it goes in there. Even I have another article in that book you can look through, but it'll go through the Epiphany Bridge script as a secret and how you can break down false beliefs and why it is so important and why you should be using it. Okay, and it'll help you in any facets, anything with Facebook, SEO, whatever you're doing online, okay? So that information will be down below, the Epiphany Bridge script by Russell Brunson himself. Storytelling, how important that is in whatever it is you're doing, online business, offline, day-to-day life, selling low-ticket, high-ticket products, and so forth, okay? So that's everything from me. I want to hear from you. Are you using your storytelling? Are you using the Epiphany Bridge script? Are you not? What's not working for you? And so much more, okay? So I'll leave it to you, and I will talk to you soon, okay? Bye.